Okay, so the map's Haven, and I'm in the Numancia today. Yes, I've been playing a few matches in this ship. It's a Spanish cruiser. Pretty solid armor profile. You can angle with this ship and get results. I wouldn't say the hulls are light cruiser hull. It is based on the Royal Navy Emerald class. If you want to know why the shape seems familiar, if you've got an Emerald in your dock, you'll know what I'm talking about. She's got a really unusual gun arrangement. She's got 7 guns, and they're 203s. Okay, so heavy cruiser guns. She's fast. She does well over 30 knots. Well over 30 knots. She's got the Spanish burst fire gimmick on the F key, which is very, very nice to have. I like it. If a ship's going behind an island, you can fire a double salvo into it before it vanishes from your sight. You can catch a destroyer before he goes into smoke, that sort of thing. Very useful tool. And you've got hydro, which is good to have. Decent 5-kilometer hydro at that. And you've got an 8.4 kilometer DTEC, because you see that Shiratsuyu right next to me there. I'm only slightly bigger. I'm about two Shiratsuyus long, roughly. Maybe a little less than that. She really is a tiny ship, the Numancia. She's a mini cruiser with heavy cruiser guns and a pretty decent armor profile. There is a little bit of black hole spacing on the torpedo protection. And although there is a citadel there, it's quite hard to hit. Okay. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to grab B with the Shiratsuyu, and then we're going to head down and scout C and see what we find. She's got fighter planes too. She's got a little catapult behind her second funnel. Tunnel? Funnel. Okay, so we've secured the cap. She's also got torpedoes, 8-kilometer torpedoes. Doesn't seem very much range, but with 8.4 detect, kiting away with targets chasing, you can invisitorp, which is always nice to be able to do in a cruiser. And you can see we're having no difficulty at all keeping up with our Shiratsuyu. Well, she's a bit of a rare ship too. You can't get her unless you get lucky on a loot container, unfortunately. It's not one of those special event ships. I got her out of a Santa container last year, and I haven't played her much, I must admit, and I kind of regret that, because I have found her to be a very capable little ship. She's tier 8, and she does bronze ranked very nicely indeed. She's very good at harrying enemy destroyers with her hydro and her speed. And with the burst fire, she's pretty effective at taking destroyers down. And there appears to be no one here, so whoever capped then moved on. It looks like their entire team, apart from the ship that capped here, is down at A. Very interesting indeed. It was probably one of their destroyers. Looking at the mini-map, I would say it was probably the Kagero. Leningrad all the way down at A. Getting smoke hydroed by the Cossack as we speak, I suspect. He's very close to that Cossack, and the Cossack's smoking. Could we be seeing a torpedo exchange? I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, there goes the Leningrad. And there's a Kagero. Yeah, I had a feeling he was down this neck of the woods. And before he goes dark, which he inevitably will because he's a torpedo boat, we're going to let him have it with the booster. The rapid fire F key. Can only hit him with 2 shells. Okay, fine. And the Shiratsu is keeping him lit all the time. This is the thing about this rapid fire mode. If you use it, you add another 20 odd seconds to your reload. So bear that in mind. It takes the guns a long time to come back to you. Over 30 seconds, to be honest. So use it, sure, but try and use it better than I just did. Honestly, it's a really good thing. Sat behind this island right now and looking at the Edinburgh. He's showing a lot of angle, isn't he? And I was a fraction out with that burst, and we got almost 10k damage down on him. We got about 8k damage out of those. So the best thing we can do really here is harry their flank and give their Edinburgh lots to concern himself about. As soon as I launch those, he changed course, so I'm guessing he's running priority target. Waiting for him to turn because I want to use my AP, but he isn't one for turning. We're going to try and get on his broadside, but we're now lit. There he goes. He's turning into my torpedoes, and boom. All good things come to those who wait. All good things come to those who wait. Patience is king in this ship. If you want to do precision surgical strikes like that one, you need the patience of a saint. Okay? I honestly wanted to open fire, just switch to HE and open fire, but it was well worth waiting for those 2 citadels and a torpedo strike. And we win the match. That was a short one, wasn't it? This boom bust we're getting with a matchmaker is kind of annoying. I'll tell you what, we'll do another one. Let's just have a look at the results board. How did we do? That was over really fast, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. Top 3 position, that's alright. And our Cossack B knows how to smoke hydro like a boss. He got that Leningrad good, didn't he? 30k on the Edinburgh, and a measly 1,881 on the Kagero. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, this time we're on the map Shards. I like this map. It's a pretty cool map. One of the better ones, I feel. And we've got we're up against the North Carolina Turpitz, Duke of York, a Catalunya, and a Sashio, and a Leningrad. And we've got on our team an Ipiranga, a Vanguard, a Leon, myself, and a Sashio, and a Hughes. Okay, I'm going to support the Hughes. He's going to need all the help he can get. I mean, I've played the Hughes. I did a video on the Hughes not so long ago, and to be brutally honest, she's more of a support destroyer than a capper, really. In ranked, you're just going to have to hope that your teammates are in the mood to help you out. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to look after this guy, I hope. I'm going to try anyway. We're certainly going to try. Right, so, well, we've hit top speed's about 35.1 knots. There you go. All right, in case you were wondering. Oh, 35.2. Okay. Still no sign of the enemy fleet. Something's capping B. Arasashio's being a bit standoffish, don't blame him. I'm thinking that's probably an Asashio with his detect. I thought he'd have seen the Leningrad by now. And here's a good place to use a rapid fire. You see the Catalunia's going behind islands. We get one opportunity only to fire. And we get 2 hits and a fire. Had I not used the rapid fire mode, we might not have got anything. He's now very well covered by the island. He's too close for us to get the arcs we need to get over the island. So yeah, rapid fire mode's used for that sort of thing. There's a Tirpitz here, there's a destroyer here, he just smoked up. A lot of torpedoes. Not sure if that's the Asashio or what, but we're going to avoid those. Tirpitz fires. And like I said, the armor profile is pretty strong. We can take a little bit of heat. Surprisingly so, to be honest, for such a small ship. We don't have any heals, however. That is something to be aware of. Okay? So be a little careful. There's a Leningrad. Torps look good. And down he goes. Right, now we can... Another surgical strike. And then we run. Doesn't help that I'm on fire. Fires out and we go dark. Okay. Alright, Tirpitz is pushing in. Hughes needs to leave, but he's being blocked by an Asashio. So both their destroyers are here now. I guess the Asashio had a little go at B, didn't like getting detected by our Asashio and moved away. And the Hughes is closing in on him fast, but he's getting a lot of attention from the Tirpitz. Let me just distract you, sir. Have a demonstration of rapid fire mode, 12 hits and a fire. Something else I like doing, especially if there's a lot of enemy ships about. Duke of York's firing on me, Asashio's firing on me, Tirpitz is firing on me, so we succeeded in taking heat off the Hughes. We can now go dark. Eh? So that's another good thing. You can rapid fire, and during the 30 seconds it takes, or 34 seconds it takes to reload, we can go dark again. Unfortunately, there goes our Hughes. Things were a little too hot for him there. They were too hot for me, to be honest with you. They've got most of their fleet here. Our ships are scattered all over the place. Got the Iparanga all the way down at sea. Not good, actually. The Vanguard's got the right idea, maintaining position in mid. Our Asashio moved over to assist the Hughes, but unfortunately, as you can see on the tactical map, the mini-map, bottom right corner, he failed to really help the Hughes to extract. And the Hughes should have followed me out of the cap. He'd have been fine if he'd followed me. But they're not very fast, these new American destroyers. They're not very fast at all. But I think he could have escaped. There was an opportunity, but unfortunately he went the wrong way. Torpedoes look good on the Tirpitz. It might run out, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Are we good for 3 hits? We're good for 3 hits. Wow. Okay. That's going to hurt. Yep. She is a great ship for kiting away. You can defend a flank all day long in the Numancia because of her incredible detect. Well, you could if you had heals. It's probably good that she doesn't have heals. She'd be too strong then, I think. because you do have a pretty good armor profile. You can shrug off Tirpitz and Bismarck guns if you're angled. They're not going to overmatch you. As long as you don't show them broadside, they're not going to get your citadel. You're also quite low to the water, low profile. It's going to fire on the Catalonia, again using the burst fire mode because I want to disengage. This is a playstyle I adopt when I'm on about half health. Rather than continuously kiting and shooting. Catalonia burst fire me back. Good for him. And now I've only got 16k health. But I definitely got the better part of that engagement. Honestly, these guns are great. The shell arcs are really low, and the velocities are really good on the shells. So very easy ship to use, to be honest, when it comes to comfortable shooting. Yes, she's very comfortable to shoot the guns with. Love her, to be honest. I wish I'd played this ship more. I forgot about her. She sat in a dusty part of my dock. We've definitely clawed it back, haven't we? Good, good. That voice on the Asashio. You can just imagine this tiny little anime girl sort of barking orders to her crew from the captain's chair. Right, we're catching up to the North Carolina. And he's quite low health. That's another thing with the burst fire mode. Low health targets, if they're low, you can help them with that. With burst fire, you might take them over the edge. Like this guy. Oh, I think they're going to get him before I do. Yeah. But it's good for yoinking frags. There she goes. Yeah, so they've got 2 ships left, and we've got 4, so we're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, going to try and get some fires on the Duke of York if I can shoot straight. There we go. Those look good. Okay, there's our high caliber. He's going really, really slow. And you can see with this health and adrenaline rush on, our reload is down to 9 seconds. Which on 203s is nice to have. It is nice to have. Lovely ship, Numancia. If you get this out of a crate, thoroughly recommend you take it out for a spin. She's a great ship. She's very good in that support role for looking after your destroyers as they go into an initial cap. And of course you've got the hydro, so if you need to probe someone's smoke and detect them, you can. Lovely boat, lovely ship. Love it. Love it. Really, really fun cruising. Okay, so 97k total damage, 37k from the main battery. A lot of that was from torpedoes and fires. We got quite a lot of fires, 26k damage on the fires, a wicked little fire starter. Okay, 40% credit booster on, 529,902 credits made. And I will now take you back to port and show you the build very quickly. I have to admit I really love this ship. Okay, let's I digress. Let's look at the build. Yeah. I was running 14-point captain in that one. He's trained for the Andalusia, hence the eye in the sky skill. I use a spotter plane a lot in the Andalusia, but of course you don't get that in the Numancia. So I would suggest switching that over to priority target. Okay, so you get more intel on how many people are targeting you and whether it's a good time to go dark or not. Because you're going to have to manage your health pretty hard in this ship. You don't get a heal, so no heals, priority target, good pick. Okay, so your first 10 points, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, okay. That's 13 points, so 10 to there and then 13, and then after that, well, you've got a few decisions to make. Definitely want survivability expert. You want to get your hit points up because again you have no heals, so health pool is going to be important. The more health pool you've got, the more risks you can manage. That's the way I look at it. Then after that, it's a choice between RPF to get your turrets on target. Okay. Because they're not the fastest turning turrets, if I remember rightly. 18-second turn time, which for 203s actually is pretty good, but it's nice to know exactly where that destroyer you're targeting is. Okay, so RPF's very good for that, and also subs are in the game. Subs are a thing. If they're on the surface, you'll know exactly where they are. So very useful to have. Or there is an argument to be made for top grade gunner, because you will be coming within detection range as you follow your destroyer close to the cap. You're going to be basically ghosting the cap for your destroyer and supplying support fire. So wouldn't it be nice if that support fire fired an 8% faster? You know, it brings your reload that time down by 8%. So also an argument to be made for that. So it's between that one and this one. Personally, I'd probably go for the RPF, but I know a lot of players use top grade gunner, and for good reason. Okay, and then your last point, I would probably stick in greaser gears, because you really want to improve that rotation of your turrets, and that brings it down to 15.7 seconds. And then if we quickly look at equipment, that's the layout I've gone for on equipment. Pretty standard fare, really. If you've got the coal and you can be bothered, you could give your hydroacoustic search a buff. Okay, but it's not totally necessary. You can live with engine room protection and save your coal for something else. That would be absolutely fine as well. Okay, so those are my thoughts. That's the Numancia. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all for watching. Thank you.